I'm asked frequently on how to use the Prismacolor Premier watercolor pencils, and today I'd like to show you a technique that you can easily make a flat wash or a graded wash. And you simply need a palette or a little cup with a lid, and I'm going to take an X-Acto blade and I'm going to scrape just the pigment. Don't get any of the wood in there when you do this. I'm scraping this in this little cup. And then I'm going to take my wet brush with water, kind of a sturdy brush, and I'm going to stir this up. And I'm going to make some blue water, basically, which is what watercolor painting is all about. Now, when I turn my brush over, you can see I still have a lot of stuff on there. So I want to stir it up a little bit. Maybe add a little more water here, and then I would want to rinse out my brush or take a fresh brush before I actually start to paint, because this has some of the little fragments of pigment embedded into the brush just now, unless I went and washed it out. So I'm going to let this sit here for just a few minutes. I've already made one up a little bit earlier, but you can see how my brush, if I did it with this brush now, I would get a very irregular line that wouldn't be satisfactory. So right over here, I have some that I stirred up a little bit earlier, and so I would let it set 5 or 10 minutes and check out the consistency of it. Try it on a piece of paper and see how you like it. Maybe it could be a little bit lighter, but for a graded wash this will be good. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a piece of paper, and these are some of the new artist tiles, and they come in watercolor size, which is perfect for swatches or doing Zentangle designs and just all kinds of fun things that you might like a square format for. So I'm just taking some artist tape, or you could probably use painter's tape or Scotch Magic tape, a tape that won't pull the surface off of your watercolor paper, and I'm just putting it on here. And first I will do the flat wash, and I'm just going to fill this in here while it's nice and moist. Oh, you can see it wasn't quite mixed up, but if I scrub it, once the pigment is nice and moist, I can just scrub it, carry that wet line on there, just rub it a little bit more, which this is nice watercolor paper. This is 400 series watercolor paper, and it will hold up to this. I do see that little bit in there. Maybe I'm ruining this. We're going to see here. Well, it does have a line. See how it looks when it dries. So that is my flat wash. And you can tell the quality of the paper by how many times I was able to stroke over that. And now I'm just going to do a little graded wash here. And for the graded wash, I'm going to wet my paper with clear water first. Even has a nice little blue tint to it already. Go over here to my puddle of paint. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I have my puddle of paint here. And I'm going to paint down here about 1/3 of the way with this, and then rinse and pull that right on down here. Go stroke it to fill up my brush with the medium color, bring it right on down. And here I'm going to have a nice wash that goes from dark to light. When I'm finished with it, I'm going to take the paper off so that that extra water on the edge does not have a chance to crawl under my drawing. We'll see if it does. Here we go. So there, I have a nice little graded wash. And what you can do with this then, here I broke it up again. I placed one more piece of tape across this one to divide it into 2 triangles of color. Here I have 2 blue triangles of color, and then I took my illustration pens and I started to do some doodling on here that's quite popular right now. It's not finished, but you can see the idea. Here is another one where I have another more varied strip, a graded wash, and some lighter colors back there. This one isn't finished as well, but you can see how much fun it would be to add color to your drawings here with the watercolor pencils, and so easy as well. So thank you for your time. Bye.